everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Hope you're all doing okay. Thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate your support. Anybody new, it would be great if you could, like my video and comment and subscribe to my channel. That would be amazing. I would really like that and appreciate it. So today we're doing day 16 of Rachel from RachandBellacrafts hashtag 100 days RAB. So she's doing a daily thing. I'm not up to date with it, but I'm just moseying along, doing one here and there because some of the things I've never made before. So Rachel has a lovely kit available in her Etsy shop, and it's Beatrix Potter themed. So one or two of these 100 days RAB are based on and around her kit. Not all of them, but some of them. This one is called it's a freebie actually, and it's on her Ko-fi channel, K-O-F-I, for anyone who doesn't know, and I'll link her Ko-fi link below. But she has lots of freebies on there, and you're welcome to donate a small amount for them if you want to, and you don't have to. But also I think her Peter Rabbit is on there too. Otherwise the rest of her things are all her lovely digitals are all on her Etsy shop, which I'll also link. So, and I'll link her series for this one, hashtag 100 days RAB. So that's enough chat. So this was one of her freebies, and this is what it is. So it's like a hidden little notebook that you can pull out, push back in there. Scrappy notebook. I've just simply decorated it with bits from her kit, not that number one or the lace, but that rabbit came from it. And on the back on this freebie comes the pocket, and this is a card from the Beatrix Potter kit. And then this, if you had, say you had a journal page, and let me just find something to show you. I had something here. Why is it whenever I'm ready to actually, here it is, to actually, so this one comes with this Peter Rabbit card as well, but I think that's going to be used in cooperation with this on another of her 100 days projects. So say this was your journal page, this would actually, this side would actually clip over the page, so you slide it on like that. Okay, so there's your journal page. Now you can make these yourselves out of any other paper you've got, or scrapbook pad paper. It's double-sided, and so on the back, that's what it looks like on the back of your page. So say you wanted to tuck that under, you could tuck that under, so you've got that lovely kind of notebook there, which you can renew as and when you need to. So it's a lovely idea. So we're going to make it. So I'll show you her two freebies that came with it. I'll show you. So okay, so you get these. So this is the clipboard strip that you I don't know if you could see that. It looks very, very dark to me. I've got both lights on. That's very odd. Just one moment. Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Today I'm going to do another day in the Rachel from RachandBellacrafts hashtag 100 days RAB. Today it's a freebie that she's put on her Ko-fi site. Ko-fi is K-O-F-I, and you can go on Ko-fi and look up all your favourite crafters. A lot of them have a page on there where they're selling things and also giving away freebies. Go on there and you can have a look and see what freebies she has. Some of her 100 days RAB are focused around her Beatrix Potter kit. That is a beautiful kit which I did buy, and that's available in her Etsy shop. I believe it's on Ko-fi too. So I'll just show you the 2 sheets that you get. So move that to one side and I'll show you what it's made up of. So you get these 2, they're called clipboards. So it's a clipboard notebook, and it's hashtag 100 days RAB day 16, and I'll link her playlist below, and I'll link her Ko-fi shop too for you. So you get the sheets, so you get 4 sheets in this freebie little kit, and as I say, it's themed around her Beatrix Potter kit, her main kit. And you get this piece here, you get lovely Peter Rabbit card, and you get a rear pocket, and it's double-sided. So on the back you have this lovely free background sheet, which is very pretty, and then this is the same project but a different style, and it's based on her Beatrix Potter kit. And so you get this long piece, that rear pocket, which is the same as the other one, and this time you get this lovely journal card. And on the back, this is a mistake. I'll show you. Have I got one? There is another page of background paper. I'll just see if I've got it, because this one didn't print out. I haven't, but it's very similar. I think you could probably see the difference if I put them together. You can see this one's more blue and this one's more vintage, kind of grungy browny colour, but they didn't print out. I don't know what happened. I've had trouble with my printer, but anyway, that's what you get, those 4 sheets. So you get a full sheet of that, a full sheet of that background paper, and these 2 clipboard pages. Okay, so I made this one up from this sheet here. So what it is, it's a lovely clipboard notebook, and if this, say, was my journal page, I would slide it on the journal page like that, and then turn it over, and you also have a tuck here. Take that out. So say that wanted to tuck in there, that could tuck in there like that. So you have this little hidden pocket on the back here, which we'll put that away, which I've put another piece from the actual Beatrix Potter kit in to that little pocket. Okay, so it can be a standalone piece, or it can be put into a journal, you know, whatever you decide. So let's make one up. So what I thought was, I'll make the other one up, this one here. I'll make this up, so I've cut it out ready, and I'll also make one up. So here's one I cut out. This one's backed with the bluer kind of page on the back. So these are the bits you get. You're not using this today, so put that away. That's your rear pocket. Okay, so you've got 3 score lines. Okay, but I've also made one out of just ordinary scraps of scrapbook paper, and I found a double-sided piece that's not too thick. So I'm going to make one up out of there and show you what you can do if you don't have this kit, or you don't want to get it. You know, it's entirely up to you. So we'll start with this one. You've got your 4 score lines. So I've scored this one to match. You could probably just see them there and there. Bit faint because I haven't drawn the lines on. I've just gone and scored them. So we'll do this one first. So what you're doing is you're taking this long piece here, and you are, I have to remember which way it goes. You're folding that. No, hang on a second. Take this out. So you're folding this down onto here. So that's the first fold. Okay, I'll give you the dimensions at the end. So that's your first fold. So you've creased it, and you've given it a little burnish with your bone folder, like so. And then you're going to pull it back up, and you're going to come to this second line here, and you're going to fold that up on itself like so. Okay, and then this piece you're going to fold over the back like that, so you can see you're making that piece. Okay, now if you want to round the corners, which I did with this one, then now's the time to do it. So we'll just get the corner rounder quickly, and I'll use a 7mm corner, and I'm just going to round. I rounded all 4 corners of mine. I like the look of it. So then if you want to ink round it, then you can do so. I inked round this one. We won't, for camera's sake and for time, we won't do this one. So then you want a paper clip. So I take a paper clip out, and we'll use a green one, I think. So you want that, and you want a scrap piece of paper that is wide enough to cover the paper clip. Okay, and you want to fold that over like that. Okay, it's just a scrap piece of coffee dyed paper. Okay, so we're going to turn this over now, and we're working on this bit here. All right, so what we're going to do is pop our paper clip on like so, and I'm eyeballing sort of midway, like so. Okay, and then you're going to push up. Actually, I've got it round the wrong way, so I've got the short piece at the front. Okay, and we're going to pop that under there just to give it a bit of a covering, to make it easier for things to go under it. Okay, so we're now going to glue that down. Okay, so let's just get this. I should have turned this upside down. Just pushing that along a tiny bit, so I think it's central. You can measure it if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to just get some glue, and you can make this out of thinner paper too, or the whole thing if you want to. It's entirely up to you. So now you've got that under there, and that makes that a bit easier. So what we want to do now is we're just going to glue the top of that, just that piece, and we're going to press that flap down, and that is going to be your hidden paper clip part. Okay, let's just put that on there, and we'll turn it upside down. Right, keep that pressed down. Okay, turning this back over, we want to make a scrappy notebook. So that's the one I made for this. I'm going to put that in there. Okay, so I found some more scraps here, and I'm going to use these. So it doesn't have to be the same, you know, this, I've made this kind of full size out of some scraps of a coffee dyed paper I had, and this one I don't have enough of those, so I'm going to pop this under there, and it stays under just like that. So there's your scrappy notebook, which you can, as I say, you can replace. Okay, so that's all you need to do. So then on the back we're going to put this rear pocket. So I'm just going to fold it, make a little, pinch a little area there so I can see where I want to put a thumb hole, and pop that in there like so. I'm going to round my corners to match my base, and quickly ink round this. And today I'm using, I think this is gathered twigs actually. I came across it when I was tidying up my desk, and I thought, oh, I haven't used that for a long time. Always use vintage photo. So let's give this a quick going over. It's just a bit darker than vintage photo actually. Go around there like that, so it's easy to do it probably before you glue anything down, but you know, I'm just proving that you can still do it after the event, like so. Don't have to ink round it at all, it's entirely up to you. Right, okay, so that's, we're going to pop this pocket on the back. Okay, not quite the full size, but it's perfectly fine. So we'll just pop some ink. Oh, it wouldn't glue down with ink, would it? Oops. Okay, I'm going to pop that on there like so. And there's your pocket on the back. So all that remains is to perhaps put something on the front here. Let's see, what have I got on my desk? I've got the remains of the kit. The remains of the actual kit are here. This is the Beatrix Potter kit, and there's a lot of stamps. We could put a nice stamp on here. That would be nice. Let's do that. Maybe a bit of lace. So, you know, it wouldn't be fair to show you the whole kit, but you get lots of things, like you get the photographs of her and her family, and lots of stamps, and some nice big tags here, and some nice sheets, journal page sheets here. So that's a little glimpse of it. I have cut lots of it up because I started off the 100 days using it, so ultimately I think we'll put all these bits into a little journal. So I'll just get my scissors out, my pinking shears is what we call them, and they make a nice edge. Oh, I nearly had a calamity then. Does anyone else have that trouble where they feel like they haven't got enough room on their desk, but possibly got more than some people? But just, I think the more room you have, the more you spread yourself out. So we could put that there. We could put a little bit of lace. So I've got some on my desk. I keep this with bits of lace in and all sorts. Actually ends up with more than lacy bits in, ends up with other stuff as well. You know, when you're having a quick tidy up afterwards, when you're tired, I tend to just shove everything in. We've even got material in here. So, have we got anything that I fancy to put on this? We've got this bit of, that's pretty, and it's narrow. I wanted a narrow piece. So we'll put some of this on. So I think we'll pop it on. Let's pop this stamp down, which is a pretty stamp. It's this has gone very gunky because the pin I'm using in it is an normal sewing pin, because the head came off the pin that came with it. And I haven't got round to, well, I thought maybe I could try gluing it back on, as we all have glues. Now that's a stamp of Peter Rabbit being naughty, probably in Mr. McGregor's garden, getting into his watering can. So this is a little bit strange, this. I think it might, I've had it kind of in my stash, and I think it might have been cut off a bigger piece of something taller, you know. So I'm going to pick out a good piece from the middle, cut those bits off, and we'll pop that there, and we'll use this because it's better for sticking down things like lace. Just going to pop that there and make this a quick, I'll Does it have a good side, bad side? I don't know. Let's pop that on there. And when that's dry, I will trim the edges. So that's your first one, here and here. Right, we'll pop that to one side. Okay. Now, this is the one I've made myself. So the measurements are, you want a piece that is, and I've done this in centimetres, so that's 27 centimetres tall here from top to bottom, or let's do it in inches. It is just a 16th, is it, over 10.5, so it's 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10.6 inches tall, and width wise it is, in inches it's 4.2 sort of 8ths or 16ths, I don't know what they are, wide, or in centimeters it is 14.5 centimeters wide. Okay, here 40, no it isn't, sorry, it's 10.5 centimeters wide. Okay, 10.5, right? So then your folds, so you want to, from the bottom up, your first fold is going to be 14.5 centimeters, or in inches it's going to be let's find my fold there, it is just under 5.25, whatever you want to make them really. I don't think you have to stick by these. And then the next fold up there between those two is just over 1 3/4 inches, or it is 4 3/4 inches. Yeah, no, 4 3/4 centimeters. So in inches it's just over 1 1/4, and centimeters it's 4 3/4, and then the next one up from there is 5 centimeters, or in inches is 2 inches, and then the last one, the little one at the top, is 3 centimeters, or about 1 1/4 inches. Okay, but as I say, you can really make it your own size. So I've already scored these, like you can see there. So we're bringing the top one down, and we're just going to, hope this doesn't crack, and then we're going to fold the second one over on itself backwards like that, and then we're going to take the top one, so make sure they're lined up, and I could see that's not quite straight, but I don't want to crack it any more than I think it already is, so I just want to get that over a tiny bit, and then hold that down. It is cracking slightly, so you might want to use slightly thinner paper, but I think it's because it's embellished paper. And then you're folding the top one back over here like so. Okay, and we're going to cut the corners, but you don't have to, or you just snip them off with scissors. That's perfectly acceptable. Whatever you want to do, there are no rules to say you're doing anything wrong or right. I'm not, am I going to, yeah, I didn't really want to ink this round in this, but I will just give it a light ink only on the edges where it's white, like that. Okay, otherwise it doesn't really need much. Okay, that's enough. Okay, right, so again we need a paper clip. So taking the smallest ones I have, which let's take a blue one, and my paper clip, and again this is purely personal taste, mine is 3 centimeters tall in inches, that's not much at all. That is 1.25 inches approximately. Okay, and now we want a piece of paper or something to go under it, so let's find something. Let's find a scrap. A scrap of anything really will do. Let's take a scrap off of this. This is just a scrap piece. Yeah. Just check that's, yeah, that's going to fit in okay. Okay, so I'm going to fold it that way this time, like so. So I'm going to put my paper clip on the flap underneath. This is, you've turned it over, this is the back. Put it on the flap underneath, put the short side, I think, over there is better. Okay, and then this is a bit tall, so let's cut it around about there. Okay, so what that does is it slides up over the paper clip and covers it over like that. Okay, and then so it's like that, and we are just, it's not very straight, is it? Whoa, what a surprise. Doesn't really matter because it isn't going to show, but I'm just think if I notice it, then I'll probably need to do it, straighten it up. So I'm just popping some glue around the paper clip like so, and around the top half like that, and then pressing that down, cover that paper clip, make sure that's pressed down, and then okay, that for some reason is showing. I don't think that matters too much. So we're then going to put glue just on this piece that we've covered the paper clip in, like that, and give it a push there, and then we'll give it a press down, as this is quite thick. So there you have your hidden paper clip there. Okay, then we want to make a pocket, so I can either make a pocket with this, which is a piece of scrap card, or I can make a pocket with this, but that's a bit too, you know, or I could make a pocket with this. I don't know. Well, I've got a scrap of this left. This was a 12 by 12 that was all tall. How about we make a pocket with this green side to match that? Let's make a quick pocket out of that. So we will just trim this down. I don't want a big tall pocket, like so. And why do we want it? Let's make it fairly similar to this, so perhaps there. So I'm just going to use this cutter, even though I only use this really for 12 by 12s. Okay, and we're going to corner around the bottom. Should we have that at the top? Make that the top edge. So corner around the bottom, pinch your center there so you can see where you're actually that's got stuck in there. Going to put your thumb hole, gives you a sort of a guide for the center. Always pings in my face, that does. And just give that a light edging. That's all I'm doing. And then we're popping that there. Yeah, I like that better. I think that matches It's much better. This is quite thick, this paper, although it's not the really thick scrapbook paper. It's, I'd say it's about 170 GSM. I don't know what that is in pounds, I'm afraid. It's not putting it edge to edge, and I'm not putting it right on the edge at the bottom either. Just leaving that there. Okay, so there's your pocket on the back. Right, so now for the notebook, I had some scrap white copy paper, and I have that here, and we can use that, I think, to make a notebook. So these are the scraps. I keep them because I think they're useful for, I use scrappy notepads when I'm working here at home. They come in handy, so I'm just going to cut them down a bit. Like so. And see how that fits. So it needs a bit off the bottom. And this is up to you how many pages you want in it. I mean, that's 4. I think that's plenty. Going to pop that in there. That's your notebook. Like so. Okay, and then we'll just decorate the front. So let's see, what have we got that we can decorate the front with. Now we've got this. This is a out of my stash. That would be quite nice. I like that because it matches. Yeah, I think I'm going to pop that on actually. Not take too long thinking about it. So let's do it. Pop that on. This glue's now dried up because I didn't put that awful pin back in. Paddy Dog's gone out with my husband to doggy club. It's a Sunday, and they're in the next village. They have a doggy club on a Sunday, so all the dogs can meet up. It starts off at 1 with the smaller doggies, and then you're entitled, you can go there if you've got a slightly bigger doggy. It just depends, because some of the small ones are really nervous. And Paddy Dog's quite alright with most dogs actually. He's not keen on dark brown Labradors, black Labradors. That's quite nice. Or what's the other one? Big dogs. You know, some, like I play with a Great Dane over there. There's one that my husband meets up with. But he won't, there are some dogs when I go around the back with him for his daily walk that he just doesn't like. You just don't know. Black and white collies he can be a bit funny with. I think we'll just, maybe we'll just pop a bit of lace down there. Do you think that's too wide? Have that there. Maybe that is a bit too wide. Let's find a different piece. What about this? If we just have it down the side like that, that's better, isn't it? So I'll just cut a piece of that off. Yes, so he enjoys it. So then from about, I suppose it's about 1:30 onwards, then the medium-sized dogs turn up. And I'm just going to trim that. And then the bigger dogs come about 2 o'clock. But if people are happy to stay, you know, you can just stay and meet everybody kind of thing. So I'll trim that. Let's pop that on. Yes, so it's a really good way of socialising your dog, and they get to interact. And he has a couple of girlfriends apparently that he loves if they're there. He's kind of very fond of what do they call them, dash hounds, which we call sausage dogs. Are so cute, so cute. We saw one, we've just come back from a stay in Somerset, and we had 5 days there, just my husband and myself and Paddy dog, and I thought maybe I'll put this flower on, and I'm going to take that off because it then makes it protrude too much. It's one of those 3D kind of little block things, mainly for card making. I'd say that is. I'm going to pop that on there. I just like that. So there's the second one, and that is made purely out of and you've got your pocket. If you had a nice journal card, I mean, that isn't going to go in there, but it's just an example of this is what you can make if you don't want to download the freebies, or if you don't want to buy the kits, or if you don't have access to PC or a printer, which some people don't. You can find yourself a scrapbook, 12 by 12, or if you want to make a slightly smaller size, you could do a 6 by 6 or a 8 by 8. You know, some of them are double-sided. If they're not double-sided, then stick a piece of pretty paper on the back, or stencil it, which is what I do if it's just plain white, you know, stencil it. There's lots of things you could do. So let's trim this off here. So this is Rachel from RachandBellacrafts, 100 hashtag 100 days RAB, and that one's perfectly okay. So we could, if we wanted to put something on this pocket, we could put some similar lace on. Let's quickly do that. So it's kind of, you know, matching a bit. Or we could put that up here. Would be quite nice, I suppose. I actually like it down the bottom, so I'm going to pop a bit down there. And then we will call it a day. And yeah, I'm really enjoying doing these. I've also been doing another Rachel at Roxy's Creations, and she's been doing her weekly little projects, and they've been good too, because as I say, I haven't made some of the things, so it's very nice to expand your knowledge, practice more, because practice, we all know practice makes perfect, and just follow along. You know, it's quite nice to do that sometimes, especially in between your own projects, if you're thinking about what you're going to be doing next, which I have been thinking about, but I've got my mini project started now, so that's on the go. We're doing another episode of that today as well. So those are the backs and those are the fronts, and these are hashtag 100 days RAB day 16 from RachandBellacrafts. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care everyone. Bye bye.